It's unfortunate. We'll do this one live. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I kind of mixed and matched here. I just kept reading and I didn't want to stop reading is what it was. I know I'm gonna stop doing there's too many horses. I'll stick to like one or two at a single video. After that, I feel like it's overwhelming and trying to keep up with it's a little too redundant, I feel like.
All right, moving forward. Chapter 53. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty, that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray, we have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth.
Little suction cup.
He was taken from poison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation?
Suction
For he was
cup.
cut
Stop
off
doing
out
that,
of the
I'm not
land
kidding.
of the living.
Every time you do it,
For
it's
the
25 years,
transgression of my
motherfucker.
people
Grown
was
man.
stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked,
Mine
and with
made
the
up.
rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him, and he hath put to him grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied by his knowledge. Shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong. Because he hath poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors.
Every time you do it, I promise you, 25 years.
2091. They replied, We will not cease to worship it until Moses returns to us. Moses scolded his brother, O Aaron, what prevented you, when you saw them going astray, from following after me? How could you disobey my orders?
Magnet.
Aaron pleaded, O son of my mother, do not seize me by my beard or the hair of my head. I really fear
Stingray.
that you would say,
I'm not
"You have
arguing.
caused
Every
division
time you
among the
touch me,
children
it's
of
25
Israel
years,
and did not observe
motherfucker."
my word." Moses then asked, What did you think you were doing, O Simri? He said, I saw
Oh,
what
now
they
you
did not
understand.
see. So
No,
I took
it's
a handful
25
of
years
dust
for
from
that
the
one.
hoofprints of the horse of the messenger,
everyone before it,
Gabriel,
which was
and cast
recorded.
it on the molded calf. This is why my Lord self tempted me into.
I just don't like you. You fucked up.
Moses said, Go away then, and for the rest of your life you will surely be crying. Do not touch me. Then you will certainly have a fate that you cannot escape. Now look at your
No,
God,
no,
to which you have been devoted.
no.
We will burn it up, and then scatter it in the sea completely. Then Moses addressed his people. Your only God is Allah. There is no God worthy of worship except him. He encompasses everything in his knowledge. This is how we relate to you, O prophet, some of the stories of the past, and we have certainly granted you a reminder from us. Whoever turns away from it will surely bear the burden of sin on the day of judgment, suffering its consequences forever.
Tell she's crying right now
When an
because she
evil
can't
burden
access it.
they will carry on judgment day. Beware of the day the trumpet will be blown, and we will gather the wicked on the day blue-faced from horror and thirst. They will whisper among themselves, You stayed no more than 10 days on the earth. We know best what they will say. The most reasonable of them will say, You stayed no more than a day. And if they ask you, O prophet, about the mountains, then say, My Lord will wipe them out completely, leaving the earth
The
level
answer
and
is
bare,
no. I'll be taking my money
with neither
and I'll be
depression
leaving
nor
dumbass.
elevations to be seen. On that day, all will follow the call of assembly, and none will dare
Hey,
to
get it off that
deviate.
building.
All voices will be hushed for the most compassionate, and only whispers will be heard. On that day, no intercession will be on any benefit except by those granted permission
We understand the law,
by the
but
most
you will not be the one
compassionate
being
and whose
promoted.
words
Thank
are
you.
agreeable to him. He fully knows what is ahead of them and what is behind them, but they cannot encompass him in their knowledge. And all faces will be humble before the ever-living, all-sustaining, and those burdened with wrongdoing will be in loss. But whoever does good and is a believer will have no fear of being wronged or denied the reward. And so we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran and varied the warnings in it, so perhaps they will shun evil, or it may cause them to be mindful. Exalted is Allah, the true King. Do not rush to recite a revelation of the Quran, O Prophet, before it is properly conveyed to you.
Oh,
And
now
pray, my
everybody's
Lord,
watching.
increase
They
me in
don't want to do choreography.
And indeed, we once made a covenant with Adam, but he forgot, and so we did not find determination in him. And remember when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam, so they all did, but not Iblis, who refused arrogantly. So we cautioned, O Adam, this is surely an enemy to you and to your wife, so do not let him drive you both out of paradise. For you, O Adam, will then suffer hardship. Here it is guaranteed that you will never go hungry or unclothed, nor will you ever suffer from thirst or the sun's heat. But Satan whispered to him, saying, O Adam, shall I show you the tree of mortality, and a kingdom that does not fade away? So they both ate from the tree, and their nakedness was exposed to them, prompting them to cover themselves with leaves from paradise. So Adam disobeyed his Lord, and so lost his way. Then his Lord chose him for his grace,
That's the
accepted his
problem you're
repentance,
having.
and guided him
I'm the
rightly.
authority here.
Allah said,
On paper.
descend both of you from here together with Satan.
Grown man, this
enemies to
isn't
each
4
other.
years.
Then when guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows my guidance will neither go astray in this life nor suffer in the next. But whoever turns away from my reminder will certainly have a miserable life. Then we will raise them up blind on the day of judgment. They will cry, my Lord, why have you raised me up blind, although I used to see? Allah will respond, it is so, just as our revelations came to you, and you neglected them. So today you are neglected.
Again, the king.
This is how we
here.
reward whoever transgresses and does not believe in the revelations of the
On
Lord.
paper.
And the punishment of the hereafter is far more severe and more lasting. Is it not yet clear to them how many peoples we destroyed before them, whose ruins they still pass by? Surely in this are signs for people of sound judgment. Had it not been for a prior decree from your Lord, O Prophet, and a term already set there, ended it down, doom would have been inevitable. So be patient, O Prophet, with what they say, and glorify the praises of your Lord before sunrise and before sunset, and glorify him in the hours of the night and at both ends of the day, so that you may be pleased with the reward. Do not let your eyes crave what we have allowed some of the disbelievers to enjoy, the fleeting splendor of the worldly life, with which tests them with, but your Lord's provision in the hereafter is far better and more lasting. Bid your people to pray and be diligent in observing it. We do not ask you to provide, it is we who provide for you, and the ultimate outcome is only for the people of righteousness. The demand, if only he could bring us a sign from his Lord. Have they not already received the confirmation of what is in earlier scriptures? Had we to destroy them with a torment before this prophet came, they would have surely argued, our Lord, if only you would send us the messenger, we would have followed your revelations before being humiliated and put to shame. Say to them, O Prophet, each of us is waiting, so keep waiting. You will soon know who is on the straight path and is rightly guided. They keep asking down the line until they themselves receive the sign. So that's the end of the Quran 20. Thank you, Solomon.
So we're going to go
I
back
appreciate
and
you.
go through the other videos, and we're going to look at
Go
the
on to
Mothra,
Canto.
the
Purgatory
Mothra
here.
that they have on there
He's in jail.
that they don't want you to see.
Canto 21.
They ran out the
Augustus.
door.
Why are you in jail down in the rogue passage? Is it like jail work? Fifth ledge, the avaricious, Statius, cause of the trembling of the mountain. Statius does honor to Virgil. The natural thirst which is never satisfied save with the water whereof the poor woman of Samaria besought the grace, was tormenting me, and haste was goading me along the encumbered way.
The fact that I
beyond
have to
my
deal
leader.
with that in my
And I was
eyeball.
grieving at the just vineyard.
The double lake going on there. You're in
As
trouble,
right
dude.
for us that Christ, and I rose forth from the sepulchre cave, appeared to the two who were on the way. A shade appeared to us,
It's
and was
emotion.
coming behind us, looking at the crowd that lay at his feet. Nor did we perceive it, so it spoke first, saying, My brothers, may God give you peace. We turned suddenly, and Virgil gave back to it the greeting which answered to that. Then he began. In the assembly of the blessed, may the true court, which relegates me into eternal exile, place thee in peace. How, said it, and meanwhile we went on steadily. If ye are shades that God designs not on high, who hath guided you so
You're hitting
far
their
along
pulse.
his stairs? And my teacher, If thou regardest the marks which thou one bears, and which the angel traces, thou wilt clearly see it behoves that with the good he ring. But because
shoot on
she who
side, get rid
spinneth
of
day
him.
and night had not for him yet drawn the distaff off, which clotheth blows for each one and compacts his soul, which is thy sister and mine, coming upwards could not come alone, because it sees not after our fashion. Wherefore I was drawn from out the ample throat of hell to show him, and I shall show him so far on as my teaching can lead him. But tell us, if thou knowest, why just now the mountain gave such shocks, and why all seemed to cry together, even down to his moist feet. Thus asking, he shot from me through the needle's eye of my desire, so that only with the hope my thirst became less craving. The shade began. There is nothing with which our order the religion of the mountain can feel, or which can be outside its wont. Free is this place from every alteration of whatso the heavens within themselves receive from there may be here, but nothing that proceeds from other cause, because nor rain, nor hail, nor snow, nor dew, nor frost falls higher up than the little stairway of the 3 short steps. Clouds appear not, or thick or thin, nor lightning, nor the daughter of Thomas, who yonder often changes her quarter. Dry vapor rises not further up than the top of the 3 steps of which I spoke, where the vicar of Peter has his feet. It trembles perhaps lower down, little or much, but up here it never trembles because of wind that is hidden. I know not how, in that earth, it trembles here when some soul feels itself purer, so that it rises or moves to ascend, and such a cry as seconds it. Of the purity, the will alone makes proof, which surprises the soul wholly free to change its company, and helps it with the will. The soul wills at first indeed, but the inclination, which contrary to the will, divine justice sets to the torment, and as heirs to the sin, allows it not. And I, who have lain in this pain 500 years, and more, only just now felt the free volition for better seat. Wherefore thou didst feel the earth quake, and hear the pious spirit through the mountain, giving praise to the Lord, who make he speed them upward soon. May he speed them upward soon. Thus he said to us, and since one enjoys drinking in proportion as the thinker is great, I could not say how much he did me good. And the sagacious
Every time you
leader,
do it, dude.
now I see the net which snares you here, and how it is.
I don't want to be
enmeshed.
violent, is what it
Wherefore
is.
it
Really.
troubles here, and for it
Stay
you
silent.
rejoice together. Now when
You're
thou
under arrest.
waste may
You are
praise-
under arrest.
please thee that I know, and that from thy words I learn
not arguing
why
about
for
it.
so many
I will shoot you,
centuries
dude.
thou hast lain here. At the time when the good Titus, with the aid of the Most High King, avenged
You're under
thee,
arrest.
therefrom issued the blood sold by Judas, I was famous enough on earth with the name which lasts longest and honors most, replied that spirit, but not as yet with faith. So sweet was my vocal spirit, that me of Toulouse Rome drew to itself, where I deserved to adorn my temples with myrtle. Statius, the people still on earth name me. I sang of Thebes, and then of the great Achilles, but I fell in the way with my second load. See to my valor ardor here the sparks that warned me of the divine flame, whereby more than 1,000 have been kindled. I speak of the Aeneid, which was mother to me, and was my nurse and posy. Without it I balanced not the weight of Dracum, and to have I lived yonder when Virgil lived, I would agree to one son more than I owe for my issue from Bane. These words turned Virgil to me with a look which silence said, be silent. But the power that wills cannot do everything, for smiles and tears are such followers on the emotion from which each springs, that in the most truthful they least follow the will. I merely smiled like a man who makes a sign, whereat the shade became silent and looked at me in the eyes, where the expression is most fixed. And it said, so mayst thou in good complete so great a labor, why did thy face just now display to me a flash of a smile? Now am I caught on one side and the other? One bids me be silent, the other conjures me to speak, wherefore I sigh and am understood by my master, and had no fear to speak. He said to me, but speak and tell him what he asks so earnestly. Whereon I, perhaps thou marvelous ancient spirit, at the smile I gave, but I would have more wonder seize. Thee, this one who guides my eyes on high, is that Virgil from whom thou didst derive the strength to sing of men and of the gods. If thou didst believe others' cause for my smile, dismiss it as untrue, and believe it to be those words which thou saidst of him. Already he was stooping to embrace the feet of my leader, but he said to him, brother, do it not, for thou art a shade, and thou seest a shade. And he rising, now canst thou comprehend the sum of the love that warms me to thee when I forget our vanity, treating the shades as if a solid thing. The shade, bro, he's throwing shade.
I take a 5-minute break on that one.